Visiting Sacré-Cœur is one of the highlights of a trip to Paris, whether it's for religious reasons or to appreciate its impressive architecture. But how exactly should you plan your visit? Hi everyone, my name is Esther from dreamsinparis.com, and today I'll be showing you around Sacré-Cœur. We'll be talking about its historical and religious importance, architectural beauty, and tips to help you plan your visit. The Sacré-Cœur, also known as Basilica of Sacré Coeur, is not only architecturally stunning, but also has a fascinating history. It was constructed in 1875 following France's defeat in the Franco-Prussian War. The construction was seen as a way to seek for forgiveness for the sins that had led to their defeat. But why Montmartre, you may ask? This choice was symbolic. Montmartre, which translates to Mountain of Martyrs, is believed to be the place where Saint Denis, the patron saint of Paris, was executed by the Romans. Also, it was elevated, which meant that it could be seen from most parts of the city, making it a perfect location for a basilica that will be dedicated to the Sacred Heart of Jesus Christ. This basilica isn't your typical Parisian church. Instead of the Gothic style you see in a lot of other famous churches like Notre Dame, Sainte-Chapelle, or even Saint-Étienne-du-Mont, Sacré-Cœur shows off a beautiful Romano-Byzantine style. Think rounded arches and grand domes. One of the coolest things about Sacré-Cœur is the stone used. Made from travertine stone, this stone is almost like it has superpowers. It's self-cleaning, meaning that when it rains, the stone reacts with the water and sort of cleans itself, which is why the basilica always looks so white and stunning, no matter the weather. When you look at the front of the basilica, you'll see sculptures and statues of French national saints like Joan of Arc and King Louis. While the exterior architecture is imposing, the interior is equally impressive. From the central mosaic dubbed Christ in Majesty, which is also the biggest in France, stained glass windows, various chapels, a beautiful golden statue of Jesus to whom the church is dedicated, the baptismal font, the organ, which is also considered a national monument, to so many other things to do. There is also a bell tower which houses the largest bell in France. To give you an idea on how big it is, when rung, although it only happens on special occasions, the sound it produces can be heard from 10 kilometers away. Another important fact I feel compelled to share is that since 1885, there has been uninterrupted prayer at this basilica, known as night adoration, cementing its importance as a religious and pilgrimage destination. Before leaving, take some time to explore the crypt, which is just below the Sacré-Cœur. It has several chapels, stained glass windows, and various religious garments to admire. However, the highlight of any visit to this basilica is to climb up to the 292 steps to its dome to get some of the most stunning views of Paris. The climb is a bit steep, so you might want to take your time with them, It takes around 15 to 20 minutes to climb, or even choose not to go if you're not in the best shape physically. But if you can brave yourself, you'll be treated to a beautiful view of Paris. You'll see the Eiffel Tower, Paris roofs, Invalides, Notre Dame Cathedral, the towers of the Basilica itself, and so much more. If you choose not to climb, you'll still have a nice view from the steps in front of the Basilica. You should note that visiting the Sacré-Cœur is free, but you have to pay about €8 to climb the dome. Another place you shouldn't miss while still here is Coeur, Marseille, Gloucester, Blanchet. It's just behind the Basilica and where most people stick to the front. This little square offers a quiet pace and a unique view of the Sacré-Cœur. If you didn't start your visit here, now is the perfect time to go to Square Louis Michel, where you enjoy another beautiful view of the Basilica. The square has a carousel, beautifully paved pathways, and benches to sit on. You'll find lots of people picnicking here, particularly in the summertime. As I promised you earlier, now let's look at the practical tips for visiting Sacré-Cœur, beginning with how to get there. To get to Sacré-Cœur, you can either take Metro Line 2 and stop at Anvers, or Metro Line 12 and stop at Abbesse, although the former is much closer. From there, you can either walk to the Basilica using the GPS or take the funicular at the bottom of the hill. For that, you just need a new metro ticket. You can also take a bus or taxi, although in my opinion, the metro is more convenient and cheaper. If you reach the top of the hill and you still don't want to walk, you can take the small tourist train, which comes with commentary on famous attractions in the area. And if you have reduced mobility, you can access the Basilica via the elevator at 35 Rue du Chevalier de la Barre. It's usually open from 8:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Since it's a church, wear modest clothes to be respectful. I should also note that the entire area is hilly and full of steps, so make sure you wear comfortable walking shoes. The Basilica is open every day from 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. so you can visit anytime, but I recommend visiting either in the morning before 11 a.m. or in the evening as it gets so crowded in the afternoon. I would also plan for an hour to visit the entire place. Another tip I want to share with you guys is to be aware of pickpockets or any scams. I've seen several scams around Sacré-Cœur, so you need to be very vigilant. The common ones include women coming to you to sign a random paper hoping they will scam you into paying money after that. Just say no. Something goes for someone being overly nice and giving you free bracelets. Trust me, no, they're not free. Just move on. So now that you're done visiting Sacré-Cœur, you might be wondering what you can do nearby. In this segment, I'll show you just a few things you can see around Sacré-Cœur. Some of my favorites include the Sinking House, Place du Théâtre, La Maison Rose or the Pink House, and so many other landmarks. you can check out my detailed video on the best things to do in Montmartre. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed exploring Sacré-Cœur with me. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe not to miss any new videos about Paris. And if you have any questions about this French monument or Paris for that matter, be sure to leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. See you next time. Bye bye.